Is it afternoon? Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Lab. Got a couple realtors in the Austin metropolitan area, and we're going to go over condos today. So it's interesting because the market is very hot, and condos, they're almost like an overlooked aspect of the market. But before we go deeper and we start looking at condos, let's introduce ourselves. I go by ianofAustin everywhere on the internet. I do that every time. Next.
Let's do ladies first.
Ladies first.
What's up, everybody? It's Liberty Walker here. My email address, libertywalkerrealtor@gmail.com. It's fresh, it's new, straight off the press, ready to talk about some condos.
Nice.
What's up, everybody? Can you hear me okay? I'm in my new house office spot.
Yeah.
JJ Tolentino, Next Level Property Group at KW, and I love condos. I just moved out of one.
So, why don't we talk about that? Why don't we start with that? Why did you, explain the difference between the condo that you were in and why you moved out. Let's just talk about the condo you were in, that style of condo, because there are multiple types, and I think we're going to go around and hit that in a little bit.
Yes, so this is a very long conversation with a lot of buyers because they say, I don't want a condo. And I say, what is it about a condominium? And they talk about more condos like the high rise that I moved out of. And I always explain high rise and flats are more of an architectural description. You could have a detached condo that looks like a house. So it's a thing, but mine was a high rise, basically. It was flats downtown.
Yeah. So, and what would you say, what would you say is their number one question that people have when they're talking about a condo? I think that's important.
I think that, besides the, I don't understand the legal description versus the architectural description. Mm-hmm. And then it goes into, I would say HOAs come up because they could be a whole lot. For example, the condo I'm going to talk about today, one bedrooms could have like $450 a month in homeowners association.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that matters. That matters to some people. Cool. How about you, Liberty? What do you think about condos? Sorry, I didn't mean to pull that out. Move that from the screen.
I love condos. I love the idea of condos. I love how they're available, more available than resale homes at this point in Austin right now. And I think that JJ's right. People have it in their mind, this condo that is in a high rise downtown, which in fact, what we are also calling a condo currently are these old lots in Old Town Austin, East Austin, where they're dividing this lot up into maybe 2 or 4 homes that are built. They could be 3 stories high. They could be 2 stories high. That's what I'm seeing.
It could be 1 story.
Yeah. So the only thing that I could see that could be a negative about a condo is if you are wanting a private backyard, if that is something that you are just not going to waver on, that could hurt you might not want a condo. And the HOA fees, because they can be higher, but HOA fees can be high in residential homes as well. So
Absolutely. So why don't we pull up the first one? Let's see. I'm going to pull this one up here. And this is what you were saying was the high-rise style condo. Okay, so first thing I want to point out is look at this house.
We chose the same one.
Did we? Okay. That's all right. That's all right.
Let's buy this one.
So let's pull this up.
What are the chances?
It is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet. It's got a good lot size, but that's talking about, the land under all of the condos. This is, let's see if I pull up the pictures here. Think about the price points that most people are trying to sit within. I have a lot of calls, and you tell me if you've been dealing with this. I have a lot of calls for people that think that they can move to Austin today and easily get a house for under $400,000. How true is that?
I don't get those calls anymore because I feel like people are understanding that that's not a reality at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, JJ?
Yeah, JJ, what do you think about that?
I would say the recent MLS data came out, and the median Austin price point is like $455 or something.
Yes.
So those numbers don't align with that ask. I say that's a tall order.
I want to point this out too. This look at the kitchen. What do you notice about this stove? Anybody? Bueller?
The double oven?
No, the fact that
Electrical.
It's all electric.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know, but we talked about this. I think we talked about it last week. There was this thing that people referred to as Snowmageddon, where we had some issues with power loss, and people that were in all electric situations started to think differently. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Right.
It's important, right? It's important to consider that. So,
Yeah. Well, I just want to bring up, because I love this one. I really, really do. The location of this. So it's off Las Colinas, off 2222. And you can't get a better location than this.
This is like Northwest, right?
So let me pull up the location then. Let's just do that from here.
You could consider it Northwest. I think it's central, like west.
Oh, it looks central. Yeah. 2222.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 2222 in Mopac. Yeah.
So Mount Bonnell, you're right near Mount Bonnell. So
and the price is amazing. Like I would buy, like that's why I want this house. Like we should buy it.
$375, not far from Mount Bonnell, just in the northwest regions of Austin.
That's not even 1,200 square feet though, right? It was like 11 something.
It's 11.
Hey now. yeah, but it's available. That's the thing. Where actually
yeah, I know.
Available.
I tell people availability is the first criteria you should be very happy about.
Yeah.
It's huge. Let's look at this price per square foot. How's that in relation to how it is in other places in Austin? Price per square foot.
Well, if you want to start central, you could see, your 500s and up.
Correct.
So,
and people that are moving from New York or from California, what are they seeing? Generally,
yeah. Thousands.
They're seeing $1,000 a square foot on average, right? So this is $318 a square foot. It's a decent size square footage, and then your HOA fees. So another thing when comparing, let's say this is somebody in California, $5 a month is about normal, from what I understand. So here we're looking at $318 a month.
Right.
It's not bad.
It's comparable. That's the market, folks. If you're watching this isn't some overpriced thing. It's a good location for $375. And
I will say that from what I've seen today, I can't speak about what's going to happen tomorrow, but the crazy multiple offer situations that we are seeing, condos are more forgiving. So you may be able to actually purchase this home at list price, or at least have some sort of negotiating standing.
You know what I noticed? I was thinking the same thing about a week ago. And watching my building, there was like maybe 8 listings. My high rise has like 433 units. So like 8 or 9 listings. That's not a whole lot still, but it kind of is a lot, but they all went pending.
Okay, so guys, put up now.
I think that's important for people to realize, right? Like if you go online today and you see houses, they will not be there Monday unless, there's got to be something crazy that causes them to stay. Or half the time, it might just be that they want to hold on to it so that they get more offers. Right? I think it was last week when we were doing our podcast, I had looked online on the MLS to see, I had a client that was looking in Round Rock. There were 0 active homes in Round Rock. There just weren't any. There were tons of pending and under contract.
No, last week was rough. Like this week was rough too.
So who else has one to share?
Let's do JJ so I can find another one.
All right. I will do. Which screen do I share on?
Yeah. While you're talking or while you're working on sharing it, just think that having something that you can put an offer in and not go 50,000 over or 100,000 over. I think condos right now are a good option. I think that's important. I don't think people have considered it as an option, but you have to think about the type of space you need. This could work.
So this is straight up the MLS, and I was in touch with this owner because I saw him looking to sell. Okay. And it's a 1-bedroom, 800 square feet.
Can you make the pictures larger?
Yeah, listed at 525. And the reason I thought it was so cool, besides, I mean, it has awesome finish, is
beautiful.
Yeah,
the way this 1-bedroom is set up.
That's the bedroom?
Yeah, it's
there's like glass. Oh, I love that. That's classy.
That's classy. I like that. That is very good. They did a good job with it. Very clean. And obviously you're downtown. This is downtown.
Yeah, this
for
is
less than $500,000, right? Or $500,000.
$500,000. 3rd and Nueces Street. It's a super cool 1-bedroom. And this building right here, you see the glass? That's actually the Facebook building. It's right across the street.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
If that's worth anything to anybody these days, maybe it could be worth something to somebody someday. But that's a solid downtown location. Look at that view.
That is incredible.
Frost Tower.
And if you were to buy a freestanding residential, single family residential home this close to downtown, what do you think you're paying?
I mean, I can't even say it.
900 right
now. A house is, for sure.
And we're talking a 2-bedroom house.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a crib? See, they have a small family there. Like, you can still have like a family without having a yard. Like,
the baby gets a view.
Yeah. Baby gets the most amazing. That's great. That's beautiful.
And this is the Google building. Like a block south is the Facebook building, the old Google building, which is still pretty new, and then the new sailboat Google building, all on 2nd Street, because this condo's on 3rd Street.
I think that's super important because a lot of people that are relocating here, let's say Bay Area, let's use that, or any tech hub in the United States, if they're coming here, they're trying to get to where technology is. We have tech centers downtown. We have tech centers North Austin and Northwest Austin, and then we have Tesla, right? And then we have a couple South Austin too. So all of these are excellent opportunities as far as location proximity. How far do you think this would be to get to Tesla?
30 minutes.
I think I agree with that. I think 20 to 30 minutes. If there's no traffic, 15 maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking about travel times like in 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. So you could live downtown for less than $500,000 and have a view of everything.
How many square feet?
801.
Okay.
It's a little, what is it? Size challenged? Is that a thing? Is that how you say it?
It is what it is, man. Somebody might need 800 square feet and be good with it.
You're right. Well, here's the thing. I have people all the time that are like, I want to build a tiny home. Okay, fine. A tiny home is 398 square feet.
Yeah.
Okay. You can buy a tiny home. There's only one tiny home, official tiny home community in Austin proper that I know of. And the homes, if you were to buy one of those homes, you're still looking at over 100,000. And it's well over 100,000 for 398 square feet, and then pretty high monthly fees on land you'll never own. It's interesting, right? So this brings you, and that's not close to the city, not close to the heart of the city. Mm-hmm. This is in the primary artery of the city, and it is in the heart of the city, and it's less than $500,000. So depending on your lifestyle, and that's what's really important. You ready for yours, Liberty? I'm going to pull this one up.
I am. So I chose one.
Hold on. Before we do that, can you tell us, JJ, what was the HOA fee for that?
For this particular one, it is $466 a month.
Okay, so $466 a month. What was the tax rate? I'm going to use Pflugerville, Blackhawk as an example. You want to buy a single family house, your tax rate is 3.1 in a new build. Okay.
Where I'm at now.
This tax rate is 2.3. That's incredible.
That is.
All right, Liberty.
Guys, so I chose this is more of like it gives me the feel of like a traditional single family feel to it. It's south, it's by Woodward. So it's like over there in like my favorite part of town, like South Austin.
I still consider this like South Central.
South Central, yeah. Totally, yeah.
Yeah. It's by St. Edwards.
Yeah, but look, it has a yard. It has a yard. And it's 1,400 square feet. It's got 2.5 bath. It's got 2 bedroom.
See, that's important. 1,400 square feet. Okay. So if you're looking at a house that's 1,400 square feet in, let's say, a suburb, right? You're not paying it. You're paying about the same, about $425, but then people are bidding way over.
And this is new. I mean, this is nice.
It's gorgeous.
And my home is smaller than my single family home that I own is smaller than 1,400 square feet. So
Here's a question.
Bigger.
You know how we're talking about suburbs just getting a lot of activity?
Yeah.
Do you think at some point people are like, forget the house, and then the demand will start going on condos?
I think that's why this is such a perfect opportunity to share this conversation with people, right? Because you have the people that realize space is nice, but it comes at a price. So if they can consolidate, they might have a different quality of life and be closer to the things that made them, that attracted them to the city center or to the city itself, right? Other people, they can be as far out as they want and get really good deals. It's kind of that in between. And I think with the pandemic, we can say that on YouTube here. With the pandemic, it's important to realize that people's priorities have changed.
Yeah.
Got a comment.
And I'm spitting facts.
That's what I want to do.
I agree. And this is a very transitional thing for the city of Austin. Like, we're a infill condo city now. We're talking about affordability, and we're finding it in the condos that have good locations. And this is 3-story stuff. Yeah. So, it's close in, but it's 3 stories. That's the trade-off if you're looking for your home or your property.
And I mean, and you can find some pricey condos. Don't get us wrong. Like they're out there.
The next one's up there.
Yeah. Okay. Ian's, are you going to the next one?
No, but before I do, so here are your trade-offs. It's still 2.5 bath. So that's not really a trade-off, but it's only 2 bedrooms, but you have 1,400 square feet.
It does have an office space.
Yeah. And an office space. So really it's like a 3-bedroom. Most people just want that I've run into want to have an office space. So this would be a little tight, could be a little tight if you have a large family.
I think this location is super solid because it's
location is incredible.
South of Oracle.
What is the HOA for this? Monthly HOA.
Let's see.
Right.
Do you see it? Am I missing it?
Probably under details. I don't know. It's realtor.com. I don't trust it. No, I'm just sorry.
I don't know.
Let me take a step back.
Go down more on property details.
It's not on that one.
You can pull it up on the MLS too, JJ. And get the actual tax rate and the
they're being
monthly HOA. See how sneaky? This is important. See how sneaky it is? It's not just
because you might
this is what you pay monthly for the HOA, and this is what your tax rate is. People aren't getting that on here. They're seeing numbers and they're like, "Oh, that's what I'll pay." No,
I'll guess it's about 200 because I know they have a pool. I kind of gauge like if it has a pool, it starts to break over 100.
Well, let's not guess. Pull it up on the MLS. What do you have?
Oh, me pull it up on the MLS,
please.
Trip
While you do that, I'm going to pull up my next one. All right, so let's see. I've got this one. So I went a little higher in price point, but for good reason. It is a complete single family standing condo.
Oh, I love that. Okay,
in the Great Hills area. Okay, so what you have is proximity to like Mopac 360 bridge and all that sort of stuff. Oh, why are there no pictures? Oh my gosh, I did a TikTok of this one too, of one in this same area. It was a gorgeous.
Where is this?
Great Hills.
Wow, that's
so 2,600 square feet, built in 2020, brand spanking new. HOAs are $295 a month.
Man,
and it's on almost a quarter acre.
Quarter acre. And here's another thing: when the reason it's a condo is because it's shared land. So those land details could also have other structural properties on it.
Important to note. Yes. So you're sharing the community space. You might be sharing street lights, things like that. You
don't own the land in a survey sense. You own a percentage of it in a legally.
Yeah. But the home, the structure is still yours to do with as you please. Yeah. And I think that's important for people to understand. It feels like a single family. You still do what you want. You can paint the house inside and do all the stuff on the inside that you want. You just don't necessarily have rights to the land based on how they surveyed it. So HOA fees, $295 a month. A 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Very solid, right? Tax rate, which doesn't show on most websites, 2.38. From where I stand, this is a solid value in the Great Hills area. The price point is reflective of where you're at.
And they call it Great Hills because you could see those hill country.
You can see the view.
It's awesome. Yeah,
it's incredible. The topo is phenomenal in this area. So if you want to be within, I would say, the topography. Sorry.
Oh,
topo, man. You gotta, that's so it's a lot of people. I think that's a part of the draw here, right? We've got the culture, we've got the music, the art, we've got the food, we have the opportunities as far as jobs and everything, but we also have the diversity and environment. So we have water, proximity to water. We have a couple other things. We have topography that is beautiful. Austin sunsets. I've been all over the world, right? Austin sunsets are top 10. They're gorgeous. So having the view of a sunset here, it's I think it's
get
great.
Married on the west side. They go to those Lakeway resorts and Dripping Springs ranches.
They do. It's incredible. Who's next? Who do I have? Do I have you, JJ?
Yeah, I can do another one. Tripshaw is that Riverside condo is $280 a month.
Yeah, 2.1.
$280 a month. See, that's not bad. There are people that will buy a single family house in a gated community and they're paying $280, $300 a month. So in a suburb.
All right, so
this is the condo.
And they're going to clean your pool.
That's true. That's funny that you mentioned that. That's another big one. You have not only the amenities, but the care for the amenities are absorbed into your cost.
I'll start with the location on this one.
Oh my gosh, yes. What is this?
So this community is north of Mueller. I'm going to just market it as North Mueller.
Yeah.
But it's straight up St. John's.
Before we go any further, can one of you explain, Liberty, you live in Mueller. Why don't you explain what Mueller is to people that don't know?
Okay, so there's a Mueller Lake Park, which is JJ's revolving his cursor around. And from that, we have some really cool amenities down there. The movie theater, Alamo Draft House. We have all the cool restaurants and the big HEB. It used to be the airport. Okay. Yeah. It's the old airport. And they still have a lot of those historical markers from the airport intact, which is neat. But things have just been booming over there. And if you haven't gone over there or you haven't looked at the awesomeness that it is. I mean, Ian showed us a picture of a sandwich from the other day that he was eating there. It's great. They have trailers.
While you're working on this.
You're at the food park, right? In the park.
The Mueller food park. Because that's where they have trailers. That's where they have the farmers market. It's a micro entertainment center.
Yeah.
Just like a downtown, but they were like, let's copy downtown, make it cool, and give people a walkability index in this section. Mueller is hot. It's just like the Domain. You hear Domain, Rock Rose. It's hot. They're doing those all over Austin, but it's still not in Austin. This is in Austin.
Right on.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what's over here because actually,
Okay, so I'm plugging this.
JJ.
I'm plugging this. It's a coming soon. So I don't even actually have the property. So I'm going to show what the property looks like when I go back to results here.
Oh,
so
okay.
Old Town condominiums, 3-bed, 3-bath. Check this out. We're going to list in the 200s because that's what the old comps say. And
oh my gosh,
we're going to pioneer the new pricing. But
you're going to put the internet.
Yeah, it's a 1970s property. They are pretty big in the 1500s.
Okay.
2-story. You get that townhome feel like you can see here. And this one's remodeled. I would admit that ours isn't as remodeled, but at the same time, we're still listing in the 200s.
That's so
in the
cool.
200s.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's going to break the MLS. He's going to break streaming service.
Yeah, you will. That's incredible. In the 200s, downtown. Or I'm sorry, not in downtown, near Mueller.
Near Mueller.
Okay, so here's why that's
a bike ride away for sure. You could ride your bike down there.
That's important for so many reasons. People know that Samsung, Oracle, all these places, Tesla are all coming to Austin. Samsung is already, a lot of these places have been here. I don't think people understand that. Samsung is just investing an extra $17 billion here.
Yep.
Because they're partnered with Apple, because Samsung makes all the Apple not all, but makes a lot of Apple parts. So your iPhones, they're actually Samsung. For those people that are Apple fanboys.
I know, is it just me or I feel like Elon Musk takes more attention than Samsung. I'm like, no one talks about Samsung, but that's
here's the other part. Tesla, some of the chips inside of the Tesla vehicles are made by Samsung.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, it's a big deal, but people are, maybe
people are short-sighted. You got to understand how all these industries tie together. They're all coming here for a reason together. Silicon, just in general, the Qualcomm, Samsung, Apple, Tesla, that is the draw for a reason. They all stick together for a reason. We're not just having a few companies come over. Over the next few years, you're just going to see the migration continue to take place.
Yep.
That's why people ask me about the market. I was like, what do you want to know? Is it going to slow down? I don't know. You've got all these major industries coming over here. There's a reason, and they move slowly. That's it.
I had someone say yesterday that they thought the snowstorm was going to make some of the companies not come here. Oh my God, what's the sandwich?
All right, that's from a food truck in Mueller. Blackened mahi.
Oh my God.
Crazies. It was phenomenal. Out of a truck.
So delicious.
Yeah. JJ, real quick, for this condo that's coming soon, what's the tax rate and the HOA?
HOA $355 a month. Tax rate. Where is the tax rate?
$355 a month. That's high.
2.1 for
2.1 tax rate, $355 a month, and in the 200,000s near Mueller. If you
want to guess what it's going to shoot up to,
if you're looking, I'm like spazzing over here. If you're looking for a property and this can fit your family or fit your lifestyle, this is a deal. People are asking, you have any foreclosures? You have any properties that are like, no, I don't have any of that. Maybe every once in a while, but it's too hot. This is your deal. You said you have one coming soon, right, JJ?
Coming soon. Give me a couple weeks. I still got to do walkthroughs and.
Do you have one more, Liberty?
I don't. I have.
Okay, that's all right. We're actually at our time, which is crazy. Why don't we do our parting words? Liberty, what are your parting words for everybody who's looking at condos or considering?
My parting words are, in this market, if you're frustrated, entertain some other things. If you have had your heart set on a single family home and you've been hitting it, you've been making offers, you've been losing out, you're freaking out because it's time to move. Let's look at some condos, entertain it. Let's look. Call us today. We're here to help.
I think that's huge. Thank you. What about you, JJ?
I agree, Liberty. I was just talking to a buyer and I said, hey, you got to limit your priorities. One, just make sure it's available. That's a big thing. Give that some points. Two, whatever the next priority is, that might just be it. If it's location, stay there. Because this particular buyer was, I want location and I want the land and I want the backyard. And I said,
champagne tastes, beer budget.
Yeah, choose one and we could work with that. And the more you wait, the demand's going to make that further away from you. You'll be chasing this thing that's the gap's going to grow.
You can't weather the storm.
Yeah.
You got to get in now.
The problem is Austin is not going to slow down for your needs. That's the issue here. That's it. Like 5 years ago, this was all easy. We can find anybody something for $200,000. No problem. Done.
And you want to buy when all this energy is coming and all this momentum up is going. You want to get that equity. You want to get in. You don't want to wait until nobody wants to buy a house because you're going to lose out. You know?
Well, and I want to be realistic. I don't want people to feel like just because we're realtors, we're like pushing them to buy. I
know, right?
That is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about if you are adamant about buying a house and building equity for your family's future.
Yes.
I don't foresee a time where Austin is going to slow down and adjust to your price point soon. If your price point is this is serious. If your price point is sub 400,000, that's where we're at right now. It's frustrating for us as realtors because there's just no inventory. It's really frustrating. I really wish that I could get everybody that I interface with who's good, like, people that are good people, a house for a reasonable price. Reasonable is relative though. So, but we're just seeing the prices climb, and I don't foresee that slowing down. So my parting words are going to be, just consider this as an option. Remember, we're on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, all that sort of stuff. If you just want to listen to this and don't necessarily want to see our smiles on our faces, but thank you so much for tuning in. And yes, you can still get a house in the lower range of prices compared to other metropolitan cities. Look at condos. They're a serious opportunity. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you guys for joining. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. See ya.
Bye-bye.